And we start. We reset, and then we start. The pipe maze is the first one. And we are hoping for a quick one. Well, okay, we get to skip a stage, not too bad, but can we get all the way to the end island? Ooh, that's the worst island to be on. And Zodiac-Dredd decides to pass it up immediately, OliKad stocking up on power-ups. Whereas, ooh, Tanuki suit, that'll certainly help. But Zodiac-Dredd, he's already going through 7-7, the Muncher run. And it looks like OliKad is going to follow suit. Now, I will be honest, at the start of this, I talked about how power-ups are randomized. This is one of the few levels where they're not. Because if they were randomized, you couldn't survive the Munchers. Oh! Zodiac just running out of time. And OliKad, the star sent the wrong way! Oh! That's not gonna help. Zodiac deciding to split up, try the other path, and we have the second hand stage. Hoodaboo Place. All these hand stages are rather short, and you are guaranteed an item at the end. What will the hand stages have today? Fire Flower. Well, we have a fallback Bowser Destruction weapon available, and a new pipe open. And it's the first Fortress Island. And Zodiac is thinking about it. Oh, wants to retreat from that. Whereas OliKad is now through the Muncher run, and thus will temporarily have a one-stage lead. Back at the other island. Oh boy, Pipe Maze already throwing our runners off. Which way do you go? The good news is we've at least taken out 2 of the 3 pipes on the big island. There's just one left, but no matter what, we have to go through 2 stages in order to encounter it. Now, of course, Pipe Maze is showing its true colors today, but there's one even worse pipe. There's one pipe that'll take you all the way to the east side, but you can't move out of it. So OliKad is going to explore the top island, 3-1 to start. Immediately swimming all the way to the right. Watch out for the blooper. Thank you. Fun fact, there are power-ups in the bottom left and top center of this stage. Well, there's also a power-up here, but not everyone likes to go for it because, ugh. It does take a little bit of time to get it if you miss it at the start. Zodiac, Fire Flower already, and has the knowledge to go up. Skips the power-up, doesn't need it. OliKad wishing he had a power-up right now, but at least he is safe. And now, we are back on even footing. So what is that first fortress going to be today? Ah, the Lava Fort, or the Sky Fort of World 5. OliKad preferring small Mario strats right now, long as no hits are taken, shouldn't be a problem. Zodiac taking a hit from that crazy foot, but again, not a big deal right now. And here is Boom Boom. Boom Boom works the same way practically all the time. A 1, a 2, a 3, a boom. And an orb. So that breaks open a lock, 3 pipes accessible, 2 guarded by the 1 Piranha Infestation stage. Both are taking the open pipe, and no! There's the trap one! Alright, so... we have 3 destinations left. 1 to the Toad House, 1 to Final Island with the lock, 1 to the Final Island without. Zodiac utilizing pause strats, which actually do save him. Those Munchers are globally timed even when paused, so... excellent knowledge, and oh, there's a hammer. That's gonna help if we need to break a rock, or possibly even a lock. Now, which pipe is what? Top one is the free one. But, oh no, why do we have to go through the blue pipe special of 7-9? And OliKad took the other one, but choosing to use the hammer immediately and enters 3-9 instead. And then immediately kicked out by the paratrooper bouncer. Now, there is a possibility that that hammer may have been a good choice. We don't know yet. We haven't seen the other world yet, so some runners choose to save the hammers for certain locations. Sometimes it depends. If the next world happens to be World 5, the Sky World, that hammer choice by OliKad may prove to be disastrous, because we miss out on the opportunity to skip 3 stages if we are hammerless. So effectively, zodiacdredd is now going to enter 3-9, while OliKad is leaving in a blaze of glory. And now we're on the next fortress, which is... 6F3, the Carpet Fort. Or perhaps the Spike Fort, as OliKad has just learned about. Nah, most call it the Carpet Fort, though you may call it the Tower Fort or the Spike Fort. Well, maybe the Elevator Fort when you consider the end sequence. Or the Carpet Fort could very well mean those boost sheets that are rarely seen in this game. I want to say they are only seen in 2 places. In the meantime, zodiacdredd getting a match on the end card game. Not necessarily getting 20 coins, maybe something else. Can we get an inventories check? We have hammers on the card, folks. 20 coins makes a hammer. So that means zodiacdredd has a lot more overworld freedom to cover. Or to gain, perhaps. But now OliKad has hit the 80,000 points necessary. But no luck with the matches, so... both entering the second infestation stage. OliKad, not using pause strats, doesn't need to, able to keep his footing. Ooh, and zodiacdredd mistimed that jump, unfortunately, so OliKad is back in the lead temporarily. So now we are at the airship stage. For those that remember the vanilla game, you may notice it's not auto-scrolling. Only 2 stages auto-scroll. And the good news is if it doesn't auto-scroll and you take a death, you can catch right back up. But right now, it is a near sync situation right now between Dredd and Oli. Here in the World 6 airship. Oh, but the sync was broken by a missed jump. So that means Zodiac is going to be the first to encounter Ludwig von Koopa, who is a Quaking Koopa. But just a 2-hit Quaking Koopa. As such, our runners can rest for a little bit. They will turn in the wand, receive some random message from the king, and then the next world will arrive. Apparently the king is a fan of recent movies. And I I swear I did not see the seed ahead of time, but this was the situation I talked about. World 5 starting with 7-3, but the world number is more important. If we do not encounter a hammer item along the way, Zodiac's 2 hammers will win out over OliKad's 1. Except OliKad doesn't have the other right, never matched the end card game. So right now, even though Zodiac is behind on lives, he's ahead on a level and ahead on equipment as we enter 7-2. Past the invisible note block bridge, no problem here. OliKad trying to get out of 7-3. Oh! Lakitu with the unexpected snipe. So, question from chat regarding beating airships. We had started in World 7, so the message we get at the end and the item, well, the text itself is always going to be different, but the item after beating World 7 is always going to be nothing, because that's based off of the vanilla game. Speaking of items, we have an anchor sighting. So, in the vanilla game, the anchor... Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, I saw 7-5 for a moment, and I was very concerned. And, oh no! OliKad runs into a Spiny at the end! All that progress lost. So, chat basically answered my question for you. Once you beat World 7, you don't get an item. Only Worlds 1 through 6 you get an item. And if you want to know what that item is that you pick up, you actually have to wait a little bit. Wait, you get one for 7? I don't remember you getting one for 7. That may be a Randomizer exclusive feature. And if that's the case, I had missed that update. Zodiacdredd trying to maintain enough P-speed to get... Nope, have to build the bridge and... Oh no, OliKad is down to his last life. So... in the vanilla game, and also in Randomizer, if you get a game over all fortress stages, they say beaten. Well, technically, any stage with a boom boom stays beaten. But any other stage, you have to redo again. Now, fortunately, you don't have to go back to the first world of the game, you can just continue the world. So OliKad now has a bit of a unexpected barrier in 7-3. Alright, new match sighting, Fire Flowers. And a 1-up. And a mushroom. And 10 coins. And the star Zodiac. You're gonna make it hard for me to figure out what item is what here. And we're not even going to know yet. Zodiac is just trying to plow his way through, taking out the Boomerang Bros. And a mushroom for the trouble. And finally, at the 14-minute mark, OliKad is done with 7-3. So, I didn't have a chance to talk about the anchor yet, and since Zodiac's going up the tower, this is a good time for that. In the vanilla game, the anchor weighs down the airship, preventing it from moving around once you take a death. The airship always stays put in Randomizer, so instead the anchor just gives you a random power-up. OliKad thinking the water path is safer right now. But But we still have to get across that invisible note bridge. As Zodiac now enters the Desert Fort. I barely got to see the inventory a little bit. It looks like a P-Wing was earned at the N-Spade game. So at the very least, the N-Spade game providing decent stuff so far. And, oh, what are ceiling spikes doing in this room? I didn't see him, Zodiac certainly didn't, but did lose the tail. Now, as OliKad finishes up 7-2, he may want to consider entering the fortress to take it out, just to be sure that there are no problems should there be another game over. However, that depends entirely on what that fort is. In the meantime, Zodiac, with the lead, enters 1-4. The first Autoscroller, yet there's no actual Autoscroller at all. And I just noticed a hammer suit. Did Bowser's letter actually have a hammer suit this time? In the meantime, OliKad is now up we go into the wild black yonder, flying with the Rocky Wrench crew. It's time to go stop Mario. Nothing will stop the Koopa Air Force. And in the meantime, Zodiac has one of the two Autoscrollers, 5-9. This level is one of the two Autoscrollers because it kind of breaks if you don't have it. Oh no, OliKad lost his footing and has to conquer the Air Force again. Now, considering that the other stage available for OliKad was 7-5, honestly, I'd rather go through the Air Force, even if there are no power-ups. So, even with the death, OliKad is still fine right now. Also, I just realized 5-9 was at the 5-9 tile. We apparently have vanilla ice cream in stock, as we have the World 5 airship. Okay, airships are more likely to be randomized to their vanilla airship spots than the normal levels, but still, that was just coincidence. Once again, Koopa Kid's only 2 hits. Each Koopa Kid can have 1 to 5 hit points, but right now they are lowballed. OliKad stopping by the sliding game. And does get the 2-up. Hopefully that'll help. Anchor at the end of Skyworld, as we are now in World 1, where Zodiac is just gonna skip a lot of it and enter 2-5. Ooh, Fire Bros took OliKad out, even with using a power-up. And more Fire Bros. Oh boy. OliKad deciding the star is worth it, but that one only had a single boomerang, bro. Just for a mushroom. Zodiac back into the end card game. There were a lot of good things to be had here. Unfortunately, I couldn't keep up with all of them. And OliKad choosing to save the hammer suit. And oh! This is where that game over technique is going to come into handy. not so much technique as it is necessary balance. Fortress stage defeated. The first Hammer Bros actually stayed defeated. I forgot that Hammer Bros don't come back upon game over. And, oh, OliKad almost had it, but unfortunately, no luck there, while Zodiac has flown through 3-3. Question from chat, how many deaths are allowed? You have infinite continues in this game. You start with 5 lives. And, oh, Oli with no power-ups right now. And one other thing about the game over, it resets your score, so you need to earn another 80,000 in order to get that. And Larry with only 1 hit. As Oli gets another game over in Skyland. Hasn't even gotten to the second half yet. I mean, with a lot of those positions being Fire Bro spots, I get it. It's not easy. I did not see the item for beating World 1, but we are now in World 3. Most runners want it to be a... Oh, that's an evil spot for Oli. And okay, World 3 is World Free, so let's just go on Morton Koopa's airship and be done with it. And Oli is... Oh no, Oli is trying to avoid the Hammer Bros at all costs, but unfortunately enters 7-5. I don't like this play. I mean, I get why, but at the same time, it's just... It's 7-5, and he runs into the Micro Goomba. Wendy, 5-hitter it looked like, but no Quake power, so... It's not the, as a number of people like to say, big, thick Wendy, but... OliKad realizes... Want to go through 7-5 again? Maybe not. And he's using the hammer suit, and the hammer suit's immediately gone! But at least, it's taken out. Hammer was awarded as we enter World 6. Well, maybe we'll use that hammer, just go straight to the fortress. As we saw more of Zodiac's inventory, it looks like a Lukitu Cloud was also open. And for frame of reference, OliKad did have a star and did use it, but unfortunately used it on the easier Hammer Brother fight. Now, Zodiac in 1-3, choosing to rest a bit to get an item. Duck on that white block for 5 seconds. Welcome to the background. Take it all the way to the end, and you will get a not whistle. We do use Warpless settings instead. Frog suit. And Zodiac used a star, or maybe an anchor that turned into a star, gets another hammer. And OliKad... Ooh, OliKad is being gutsy, trying to skip the 5-4 tile, enters 3-8, whereas Zodiac finds Atlantis, aka 6-9 Beta. That's the other Autoscroller, and we have a choice. We are not going there. Oh, come on, game! It's either Waterworld or Waterworld. Rude! You're 7-4, folks. At least this one is not an Autoscroller, but no one should have to go through Electro Junction. I mean, it is faster, but still, just rude. Alright, OliKad did get through. However, still has a number of stages left right now. Oh, 7-1, and no way to pull off the shortcut. You need to be big. And he is choosing to be big. But now, Hammer Bro is in the way, has to use the leaf. As Zodiac is now in 4F2, the Donut Fort. And, oh, OliKad, you got very lucky with that mushroom. Power up star. And Oli is going for the clip. You have to run, jump at this block in such a way so that you land inside, but don't go in the door if you fail. So for those that have come in late, we are still in group stages. This is a Group D matchup. Zodiac is the second place person in the group so far at 4-0, OliKad 0-4. As zodiacdredd enters the easiest level in the game, 7-1 beta, maybe 7-6. Finds a star, doesn't even need it here. OliKad is struggling with this clip. At some point he may have to just enter 7-1 proper, because the time it takes to get the clip will eventually be offset by the time it would have taken to get through the stage. And yes, we are almost done with the group stages. I want to say we have one more week of them left. In the meantime, Pyramid Stage, well, outside Pyramid Stage for Zodiac 2-3. And oh, OliKad finally gets the clip. Zodiac entered that pyramid a little soon, but okay, was trying to get the quick pipe entry. Making me a little nervous there. Sledge Bros for zodiacdredd, but not a problem, as OliKad is now about to retrace Zodiac's steps. And oh! OliKad gained a life, but then lost it immediately as Zodiac enters the quicksand stage with Baby Bass. So Baby Bass has the same movement pattern as Boss Bass, but he just appears out of nowhere. Better for the general surprise factor. And Zodiac decides, let's just safely get through this fort. Oh, it's the door fort. Easy peasy. Ouchie! Oh, stopping for a power-up first and decides to go for it. So, general question, since we are seeing a lot of music boxes in Zodiac's inventory, that puts the overworld encounters to sleep for 2 turns. And suddenly, we are now in 3-4. Now that I think about it, it's strange that Waterland, I think, has more grass in it than Grassland does. But maybe it's just me. Ooh, Fire Chomp takes out OliKad. 1 life left. At the very least, the fortress defeats will give him a little bit of an advantage. But at the same time, Zodiac has a near runaway lead right now as he enters 2-2, the Desert Oasis. Using the platform as a bit of a springboard and is able to avoid dipping in the Oasis, but kinda has to at the end here. And oh, OliKad realizes 5-9, also realizes the Fire Chomp. 1 shot left and out of items. And OliKad mistimed the jump. Back to the ground he goes. The unfortunate part is the tower has to be redone every time you want to get to the upper portion. No lives earned this time. And in the meantime, I didn't even talk about the level that Zodiac was in. I'd like to keep it that way. It's not a level I think of highly. So instead, why don't we just take out this airship? And the world's 7 airship. OliKad, ooh. Alright, come on, OliKad, you can get this. Alright, OliKad should be home free. Zodiac is about to encounter Lemmy Koopa. And, oh, okay, easy fireball strategies, yeah. Not much the Koopa Kid can do there. Only 2 worlds remain in the randomized portion of that, either World 2 Desert or World 4 Giant. OliKad with the rare 3-up on the sliding game. The item reward, Hammer Suit at the end of Iceland. And it looks like Giant World is going to be next. Zodiac, you have hammers. Time to use them. As we enter the Ground Fort, aka First Fortress of World 5. However, the Roto Discs are causing problems for Zodiac. So the general rules of the randomizer. Level order's different. Unless, of course, you get the vanilla, like OliKad did on 5-9. Enemies inside can be different, power-ups are different, order is different. Goal, beat all 8 worlds. And you have to do all 8 because warp whistles are turned off and... Wait a second, where was the platform on OliKad's side? I'm gonna have to pay careful attention because I didn't see zodiacdredd having that issue. Speaking of Dredd, he is currently inside 6-2 and... Okay. OliKad got exploded by the Fire Chomp. That happens once the Fire Chomp loses all of its flames and it just basically doesn't exist anymore. So, yeah, this is the part right here. Oh, no. And I think I have confirmation from chat. The platform isn't around because OliKad was not taking out the Chomp. And zodiacdredd has a very similar card to previously, but no, not this time. So yeah, that's the missing platform. And oh, OliKad bumped his head. And while zodiacdredd has a P-Wing, OliKad wishing he did. And the Chomp, unfortunately, I think was taken out too late by platform. This 5-9 is just... I mean, I can't really fault OliKad on this one. Just having to rely on an unintentional sprite overload situation, that is just rude. Ooh, okay, OliKad going for the underhanded technique. While zodiacdredd finished up 2-4 and is now in the Navy, where we can rando all the time. In the Navy, where getting PBs are sublime. In the Navy, where stopping boss bass ain't a crime. In the Navy, in the Navy. My apologies if my voice gave out a little bit there at the end. I am fine. There's just a lot going on, and I have not had a chance to breathe much. So Zodiac is now in the World 1 airship. While OliKad is stuck on World 5. And oh no! Oli got defeated by the World 5 airship. And it's just torn. zodiacdredd currently waiting to enter Desert World. I think got a frog suit out of that. And yeah, with all of those hammers, World 2 is going to be free and... Oli? Folks? I think that is effectively a, that's a forfeit, folks. There's just no other way to call it. And please don't feel too bad, OliKad. Those stages were not the kindest setup to start with. So just kick back, relax, and see if World 8 at least gives Zodiac some problems. Starting off with 6-1, your first intro to Ice. And yeah, as Chad has pointed out, Oli, don't feel too bad. The Sky World was not kind. Zodiac, seeing the hand bridge, decides, well, maybe not. And so, the first fort of World 6. Some call this one the elevator fort due to that platform. Some call it escalator fort because of the diagonal movement. Some do not call it Hotfoot fort. What was that crazy foot doing? Apparently Zodiac would prefer a... Oh, probably meant to activate a power-up and forgot to. There's the P-Wing. Ooh, I believe that's a vanilla star, but unfortunately went too far back to stop a one-hit boom boom kill. But it doesn't matter, Zodiac is going to take the Fire Flower. And, yeah, OliKad, you were dealing with a lot of Fire Bro configurations that were stopping you for a bit. And when you used your Invincibility Star, you did use it on the easier one without realizing. And... well, hello there, Boss Bass. I was wondering if you were going to show up. Alright, Zodiacdredd is hoping... Okay, no surprise fire snakes here. 6-5, easy peasy. Alright, Zodiac now has access to 2 more pipes. And there we go, handbridge not required. Super Tanks is the penultimate stage, as is, well, vanilla. Apparently we have vanilla cream soda available now. And with that raccoon tail, and the lack of auto-scrolling, easy does it. And, yeah, OliKad, don't feel too bad, and... oh, Zodiac, I'm forced to question this play of yours. I kinda get it, but this is not the time to mess with Frog Suit. Thank you, Bowser Laser. That's just... that's... yeah. Let's just go for time and do this the proper way. Thank you. Hammer suit equipped. I mean, I have nothing against a good frog suit run now and then, but in this current situation, I don't know if that was called for. And also, Zodiac learned finally that anchors were Lakitu clouds, and probably could have used them much quicker. OliKad, I was trying to defend you there. Sorry if it didn't come across correctly. Alright, Hammer Suit. Hi, Bowser Koopa. Bye, Bowser Koopa. And with that, zodiacdredd has finished in first place with an official SRL time of 45 minutes even. While OliKad is currently, apparently sharpening up his skills in a different game. Does anyone know if Ninja Gaiden has a randomizer for it yet? Because that would be kind of interesting to call, now that I think about it. So, because this is a doubleheader match, the standard procedure is to at least have the interviews take place after both matches. Right now, we need to see when both of our runners wish to, you know what, tradition is probably slightly overrated. I'm sure OliKad wants to have a little bit of fun over there, so in the meantime, zodiacdredd, welcome.
Hello.
So, this was probably not the story you expected with this seed.
Yeah, that was a long one. I was like, except for one world where I got God Pipe, but yeah, I saw OliKad forfeit, and I was like, oh man, he must have had a rough go of it, because yeah, it was long for me, but yeah, it was, I don't know. I just kind of pounded through it.
I'll at least explain what had happened. So, World 7, both of you had some of the worst, pipe luck with World 7 in a while.
Oh, yeah.
And eventually you were down to 3 pipes, one of which was going to take you to the Toad House, one of which was going to take you to the locked pipe on the right, and one that would take you to the open pipe on the right. You found the open one, OliKad found the locked one, and used the hammer.
Oh, no. Okay.
That play by itself was not necessarily bad, but I did mention the possibility that World 5 could be next, and it was.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't just that, though. The Hammer Bro encounters in the first portion, if you were to take the Fortress path, which was Air Force, by the way,
okay,
they were all Fire Bro encounters.
Oh, jeez.
With one of them involving the Waterland setup.
Oh, yeah, if you're small Mario, that's the toughest fight.
Yep.
Did he get the cycle too? Did he keep coming back on him?
Fortunately, no. The other Hammer Bro was trapped between the Fortress and 5-3.
Okay.
However, the stages in Skyland were not that easy either. So...
Oh, yeah, because he would have had to, he'd have had to play all of that.
Yeah, I actually missed one of the stages in my notes, but I can confirm the other two were 3-8 and 7-1.
Oh, wow.
And then, 5-9, we had platform despawns due to the fire chump.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, apparently...
So he got trolled pretty hard by this seed, huh?
Yeah, and eventually just reset the machine, basically.
Tapped out. Yeah, now he's playing Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, so normally we would typically do double headers back to back, but I have a feeling we're probably going to just start this one the second match at the regularly scheduled time, just to make sure that we've all had a chance to calm down and curse out Fred for what proved to be a very bad setup.
Yeah, that was a rough one. Who rolled that one? Did you?
Yes.
That's all right. I usually roll garbage seeds too, but no, it was all right. I think once I got going, I was able of course, I got like all the hammers at the end. I knew that the 20 coin thing in the end card game was a hammer. But by that point, it was like World 6, World 7. I was like, oh, okay. I can't use any of this.
You had a lot of great power-ups from that end card game. I was actually trying to take note of them all. You ended up getting hammers. You got Lakitu clouds. You got P-wings. Maybe a music box or two.
I don't think there was, unless there was one cloud in there, because I only had. And then I looked at the end. The anchor was a cloud. Of course. But yeah, I was just very hammer rich, which is, I'll take that, you know.
Yeah, there's not much one can do with, you know, seeds like that, so...
Yeah, you just kind of gotta muscle through it, so... Oh.
So...
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the second seed set. I like that. I'd like to play that a lot better.
Yeah, Overworld Chaos, as I sometimes call it.
Yeah. Can be a good thing, though.
So, I use this time to just, I guess, rest up a little bit. And OliKad, we're gonna do the next match at 4:30 per the planned schedule time this time. Is that fine? Yeah, I don't think we're going to rush the doubleheader immediately this time. I think we all need to recover a little bit from that one.
Yeah, I'll take a break and yeah, come back half hour. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll probably have a race room created in 10 minutes because I cannot guarantee being able to reuse the same one, but otherwise, you two know what to do.
Alright, for sure. Yeah, alright, I'll see you in a bit then.
Very well. In the meantime, folks, please shoutouts to zodiacdredd and OliKad. Please give them a follow if you haven't already. And we are effectively going to take the nearest equivalent of a commercial break. For those that at least wish to watch some other action while we wait for SMB3 to come back up, we will be having the Messenger 8-Bit No Out of Bounds 2019 tournament starting in a few minutes over on Speed Gaming Prime. Speed Gaming 4 is going to have the Kirby's Dream Land tournament between two other fellow SMB3 random players, Proa007 and Sharky2107. And we also have on our French Restream channel a Spelunky match between Grunting Crunchy and Meow Mix Mix. Please follow Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6 along with our foreign language restreams, which I believe includes French, German, Spanish, and Portuguese. I will be back on the mic in about a half hour's time from now for the second half of zodiacdredd vs. OliKad. Until then, this is Wolfman2000 saying, until then, watch out for fire chumps, apparently. Can't say I was expecting that one. Be back soon, folks.